All right, guys, so I was boat captain yesterday for Jaden's high school tournament at West Point, and a guy, when I was putting the boat up, getting everything ready to roll, he asked me a question like, hey, do you really fish those Daiwa XT rods, those new ones that just came out this year at ICAST? And I was like, yeah, man, I can fish the whole Daiwa set of rods, and there's many rods available at Tackle Warehouse, and I just kind of want to go through. These are actually the ones I have in my boat. I have several others. They make all the rod series make really good actions, depending on if you're finesse fishing, power fishing, worm, jig, crankbaits, topwater baits. And there's little things about each series that I really like and that I implement into, fishing on a professional level. So the XT rods, this is what that gentleman asked me about. This here's a cranking rod. These are really good price for the value you get in a rod. EVA grips, they're real light, sensitive, it's everything you need. Now you can step it up, and then I really have gone towards these regular Tatulas, the Daiwa Tatulas, cork grips, nice hook keeper there as you can see. And again, they have the full set. Like this here's a 7'6" Flippin stick. They have frog rods, they have crankbait rods, spinning rods, the whole line. So again, lightweight, sensitive. And then we get into the regular Tatula Elites, which this series of rods, this is an old one here. The new ones are coming out, I believe, at this year's Red Crest and the Bassmaster Classic. But what Daiwa did is they went to guys like Cody Meyer, Brent Ehrler, Ish Monroe, several other anglers, and they said, hey, you guys are really good at this technique. Let's design a rod to get your standards and approval on it. And they've done a phenomenal job. This here's the 7'4" cranking bladed jig rod designed by Brent Ehrler. Really nice rod. I threw a bladed jig on it the last 3 tournaments in Florida actually, and I use it predominantly throughout the year. Tatula line also makes a rod really similar to this. So if you like those cork grips, but this is a split grip obviously. A lot of different features in each set of rods, and they're all great. Here's another rod. So Tackle Warehouse has 2 exclusive rods. This is one of them. It's a DXB. This is pretty much my frog rod. 7'4", just really nice frog rod. They make a reaction bait rod also in their exclusive line. So that's made by Daiwa. Then we get into the Rebellion series. So these are really nice, really lightweight. They make some, what I use them for is like Swimbaits and a Flippin stick, but they do make crankbait rods. I have a 7'4" glass rod that is super nice for throwing lipless crankbaits. You can see this, I got a big giant Swimbait hook on this one, 7'9" heavy. So, you're throwing those big baits, big glide bait or something like that. Perfect rod. It looks nice, EVA grips, well balanced. That's always in my boat as well. Then the BLX rods. So this is predominantly for me is limber cast. That's what that LC stands for. They make a 7'3" and a 7'4" limber cast rod. I love these rods for crankbait. Cork grips. It's a glass composite rod. Whoops, glass composite rod. And what really I like about it is that bend right there. So this is actually a medium heavy action. They make just a medium rod for those of you that like throwing like smaller crankbaits, things like that. But really nice series of rods. They make a couple, I believe 4 or 5 in worm jig rods. They make a punching rod. So that's a really nice rod right there. Awesome setup. Then last but not least, the last rod of Daiwa's that I throw is the Steez. Very nice rod, super lightweight. You can see on all the Steez rods, they have the label at the bottom. This is a bottom contact 2. So, obviously a big heavy jig like the one I got on here, super powerful. The guide train is second to none. And just the way it balances, like I said, super lightweight, super sensitive. So all these rods have some really good features. Some have AGS guides. Others have their standard Fuji guides. So read through Tackle Warehouse, see which ones fit into your price range as well as your demands, whether it be, you know, you want super sensitivity, or you want a limber cast, or you want, you know, lightweight, whatever it may be. All these Daiwa rods, they have series and the rod actions to match whatever you're going to be fishing. So like I said, tacklewarehouse.com has a really good, when you click on the Daiwa page and you click on, say for example, Steez, it'll list all the features of that rod. So anyway, I hope that helps in answering some questions. And yes, I fish a wide variety of the Daiwa rods. I'm not just, you know, Steez only or what have you. I have all these in my boat at different times of the year, and rigged up for different baits and techniques.